Hopefully it works this time. We are going to have Gilbert Goh from Love Aid Singapore, who has been on the ground in Egypt and in Lebanon. He's in Beirut now, which is why the internet is a bit choppy over there. So hopefully it works. Welcome everyone to episode 86 of Teh Tarik with Walid.
Ah,
Okay,
yes, finally.
thank you so much. Oh, it didn't take that long. Last week was worse.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Last
Yeah,
week.
yes, yes.
Uh, can you
So
hear
is
me?
the internet in Beirut better than in Cairo or?
Uh, Usually not as good as Cairo, but looks like it's better than Cairo.
Okay, yeah, it does. Okay. So
Can you hear
firstly,
me?
yeah, I can hear you very well. Firstly, I just wanted to say, Gilbert, I really
Yeah,
appreciate what you do. And I think we discussed this offline,
yeah.
probably on some domestic political issues. We have some disagreements, right? Maybe when it comes to
Oh,
immigration and
really?
whatever it is.
Yeah.
But when it comes to what you've done, I think it's second to none in. And I think it's also exemplary in the sense that what you're doing, it brings people of different races, religions, political persuasions together, because there's only one side to stand on in this issue, right? It's the
Yeah,
side of humanity. And there's really,
that's right.
no matter how much you try to intellectualize it, right? There is no, you don't need to be an intellectual. You just need to have a heart. You
Yeah,
just need to be a human being.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So thank you. I really appreciate everything
Welcome.
you have done.
Welcome.
And I mean, there are people who are activists and people like myself, we talk about it, but what we do is nowhere near what you are doing. You're putting yourself in harm's way, and even some of your peers have passed on due to
Mm.
Israel. Not have passed on. I think that's the wrong phrasing, right? They were murdered basically, right? They were killed
Mm.
in the airstrike. So I really appreciate you putting yourself
Yeah.
out there.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
So and
Professor.
no. So and that's why
Thank
I
you.
wanted to start. So what's the humanitarian situation now? So you can
I
share
think,
a little bit
mm,
about your love aid, and I think some people do not know that you have been doing this for many many years.
mm,
But
okay.
also, and then so share a little bit about that, but also especially in the past couple of days with all eyes on Rafah.
Yeah, now it's bad. Right. I think trucks are not going in. So in Cairo, actually, it's like standstill because when trucks don't go in, the workers also stop working. So we are also relatively quiet, lah. So there's nothing to do, basically. But the good thing is the food kitchen is operating, right? The few kitchens that we have are working, and the orphans sponsorship program is going on. But I think the main problem now is to get the money into Gaza. Right, you can have millions though, but your money couldn't get in, so it's no use. So I think now the main thing is the food aid trucks not going in, because without food from the trucks, you can't cook inside Gaza. So I am looking at genocidal famine going on.
Hmm.
This is done purposely
Yeah, it's
so that
man-made. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
man-made.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so the famine is going on and it's genocidal because the trucks are all waiting, no?
Yeah.
2,000 trucks at the highway. All the food is there, no? But they
Right.
can't go in
So the
because,
question is not that there's no resources, right?
yeah,
There is the issue is not there's no resources. There are the resources. It's just that they are not allowed, purposely not being allowed in.
yes, not allowed to go in. And if you allow them to go in, the trucks don't want to go in because Rafah has been bombed. So
Oh,
the
so now
driver
even the truck drivers are afraid to go in.
afraid to go in because
Wow.
you go in, you get shot. The drivers will get shot
Which
by
happened.
the sniper.
Which happened
Yeah,
yeah, a few weeks ago. Yeah.
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 And so it's a double jeopardy.
Oh,
The truck's not going in. If the drivers are told, oh, you can go in, no, your trucks are on the queue to go in, they don't want to go in because they'll be shot there. So it's a
so
double whammy.
so the truck drivers are Egyptians.
Egyptians mainly, they need to have a special license to go into Rafah. So they need to endorse or checked by Egyptian, checked by Palestinian authorities, checked by the Israelite. Then they can go in. But now they don't want to go in.
Wow.
They takut. And I
But
don't blame them. Oh.
I don't blame them as well. I mean, I wouldn't
Yes.
I wouldn't know what I would do. So what happens to all the food that I
Yeah,
assume
it's
some of
all
these
been
are gonna
rotted.
expire. They're gonna be
Yeah,
rotten soon. So
unfortunately, yeah, if you bring in, fresh food, like some of them bring in fruits, habis, bread, habis. So if you bring in canned food, at least you have a longer shelf life of 6 months to a year. So
what
it's
what do you
summer,
bring in?
so
What do you
so
bring in?
most of
Love
us,
it.
my trucks are bringing in canned food.
Okay.
It's fortunate, yeah. Canned food has a longer shelf life. By bringing, fresh food like apples, orange, milk powder, all these habis. And the
Okay.
wastage is quite tremendous. One truck, you need about 30 to 50,000 US dollars
Wow.
of food that are wasted. And you're talking about 2,000 trucks right now. So the wastage is like millions of 10, 20 million dollars go down the
Wow.
drain. Just a catch-22 situation. Like I
Yeah.
told you, the Egyptian border open, Israel opened the border, but the truck's not going in because the drivers don't want to drive in. Yeah, it's a serious problem, I felt. So the ceasefire has to start. If not, I think there's a genocidal famine going on. I think the famine is going on right now, especially in North
Yeah.
Gaza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And even,
it's bad.
I saw some videos which I'm sure you saw, that when the trucks were allowed in, there were some ordinary citizens attacking the trucks and just taking the food out.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
crazy. And
crazy.
this is aid for a starving people, and you have
Yeah,
ordinary civilians doing that. It's
yeah,
madness what is going
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's the mad world we are looking at right now. I think this is the
indeed.
first time. I mean, I'm not a young man. I'm 63. This is the first time I see such genocide war going on. I mean, you see in Yemen, you see in this Syrian, Ukraine, but this is the worst of the worst, no?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, I've
And
not seen
and
this for my whole lifetime.
and you've been helping out in the Middle East for many. How long have you
Yeah,
been
been
involved in
helping
this
here
work?
for 8, 9 years.
Right.
But I'm more based in Lebanon, where there are Syrians and Palestinian refugees. So when I heard about the war in Gaza, yeah, I was like troubled.
Mm.
So there's a lot of calls, a lot of requests by Singaporeans. They said, hey, why not you go to help Gaza, In Lebanon, it's bad, but they are still okay. They're still
Mm.
surviving. So
Mm.
there was this call to go to help Gaza. So I went.
Right.
I'm glad I went. I nearly didn't go.
Right.
Because it's a bit risky and I don't know people, in Cairo
Right.
to
Right.
help
Right.
Gaza. But
Right.
someone recommend me an NGO, a Palestinian NGO. So I went and yeah, we are still working together for 6 months and we have collected close to 2.7 million for the people in
Wow.
Gaza. Thank you, Singaporeans.
Right. Wow. 2.7 million. That's impressive.
That's
So
a
there
lot
are
of
a few
money.
questions. I have some questions as well,
Yeah,
but I just read off some questions and comments first. So
yeah.
from Fatih's case, may I ask how your food kitchen is receiving ingredients?
Yeah, like I say, last month we're fortunate. We sent in 60 trucks just last month before the Rafah invasion took place. So, but these 60 trucks can probably only last 1, 2 months because all the food parcels were all given out, to our various field kitchen. So if this month and next month nothing goes in, right? Yeah, I think you're looking at a full-blown famine, brother. These people will
Wow.
die of hunger. Yeah, because
Wow.
nothing goes in, nothing. We have
Right.
nothing left in the warehouse. Everything we give away.
Oh.
60
Wow.
food trucks.
So yours
So
is 60 food trucks, is it, Gilbert?
for our
Yours?
NGO alone, yeah. But the food parcels are donated by someone. We just help with the trucking support. And one truck costs about 3,000. So every day that the truck waits at the highway, you have to pay 75 US dollars. Every day, they wait there, right? You have to pay $75 US.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
a
My
lot of money goes down the drain.
my
Yeah,
God. So there are so many comments here, Gilbert.
yeah.
God bless
That's
you, your
yeah.
family. May God protect you and bless you always. Your team and your family are in our daily thoughts.
Mm,
And these are from people of different religions. I mean,
mm,
I'm assuming from their names.
yeah.
And they truly appreciate your efforts. Thank
Mm.
you so much, Gilbert, for
Welcome, welcome.
flying the
Thank you.
Singaporean flag over
Yeah,
there.
Thank you, Singaporean,
And
for your
yeah,
help.
so and that that's amazing. So $2.7 million, that's a lot of money like for you to
Yeah,
handle, right?
of money.
That's a huge
Huge
responsibility and burden on your
responsibility.
shoulders.
Yeah, yeah. At first, I like, wow, cannot, no, the burden is so heavy. But I think I look at the job, the massive job at hand. I said, hey, yeah, I must be prepared lah, to bear this heavy burden. So I'm also careful, right? So I spend wisely, you know. Like I don't want to live in a five-star hotel.
Right,
I just
right,
live
right.
in a simple Airbnb, you know. So you try to be simple. Means I have no change on my lifestyle. So I still travel economy, you know, not first class. So I think that
Good.
helps, being prudent, how I use the money, you know, so that there's proper accountability. We are also not registered, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we just put up a registration with Accra.
yeah.
So hopefully Accra will approve us. Then we can park the money with Accra. So it's more accountability, I thought. Because now all the money is in my personal account. So I can
Right,
travel run away.
right,
The money is
right.
gone. Or if something
So
happens
that
to
is
me,
the
yeah,
that is the thing, right? So the thing I appreciate, whenever it comes to all these donations, is very
yeah, very
people
sensitive.
are always it's very sensitive. People are always very conflicted.
Yeah,
On one hand, we want to
yeah,
donate.
yeah,
On the other hand, we know there's so much corruption in the world. There's so many
yeah,
con women in the
yeah,
world, right? So I
yes, yes.
appreciate that you always come on. You always do all these IG lives when you don't have to. So it's even on your own, right? Because it's about accountability, right? And you
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
people,
yeah.
oh, I've gotten this so many $1 million,
Yeah.
right? You can just say, oh, I
Uh,
only got $50,000.
yeah, I know, I understand.
Yeah, yeah. No,
It's
I
a
appreciate
heavy,
it.
yeah,
I appreciate that.
heavy
Yeah, yeah.
responsibility. Yeah, at
Right,
first I like, wow, cannot tahan now. The money just pour in.
right,
So we also thank Singaporeans for their trust and believe in me. I think if they don't trust me, they won't even give me $1. But I think they trust me, and I'm in Cairo, so it's like added trust, you know. Like if
right,
I'm in Singapore doing this, I don't think I receive, 2.7 million. No. But I'm
right.
here this 6 month. I'm going into the 7 month
Right, right,
been in
right.
Cairo.
Oh,
So I
oh,
think
so
all
you,
this add up
oh, so
there.
you think because you are based there, people are more likely to
Yeah, I
donate
think
to
they are
you, right, right,
more
right? Because
trusting
they see you're on the
Say,
ground, right, right,
on the
right.
ground. This
Got it,
guy on
got
the
it,
bola, no,
got
he
it.
went there not
Right,
for
right, right.
1, 2, 3 months, no, 6, 7 months. He's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
there, no.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that gives
The
them the added
trust, yeah.
trust. That hey, okay, this guy I think serious. He don't run away type.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. I think
And
so.
yeah, I think so too. I think
Yes.
you're right. So this is a secular show, but there is a nice comment here by Tan Veer Rubel. He said, on Judgment Day, people of Gaza will carry you to the heavens. And I mean, I think these comments show, the multiracial nature of this
Yeah.
cause, I think. So
Yeah.
so that's really nice. So somebody asked, due to urgency, what about airdrop? Well, airdrop is not in
Oh,
Mr. Gilbert's purview.
drop.
He's not the
Yeah, the one I think the
he's not the king
Jordanian
of Jordan
government
who has a direct line to
to
Netanyahu,
the
right? So he
king,
cannot do an
king.
airdrop.
Yeah, the government, Singapore government, I think can liaise with
Singapore
the
government
Jordanian side.
they did
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
They did that.
they
And
did two airdrop.
maybe we can ask them, we can request that they do that again
Yeah,
due to the urgency of the situation.
maybe
Yeah.
you
I
can.
think that's something that we can write in, and I think they
Yeah,
have shown, Gilbert, would you agree that this time round they have shown a willingness to engage in this issue that we have never,
yeah,
you and I have followed the
yeah.
Palestinian issue for very, very long, and this time is very
Yes.
different, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think our government is to be applauded, to be appreciated. Right? They have done quite a lot for the Palestinian people. Because I think Singapore knows our government is very pro-Israel. Right? So anything on Palestinian, they won't want to touch. But I think right now they are trying to be balanced. Right,
Right,
like Red Cross, Mercy Relief, all went in to help quite aggressively. So
right,
I appreciate that.
right.
Yeah, so
I
to
think I
the
think
Singapore government, good
I
job.
I think we need to write that down on a mug somewhere. Gilbert Goh saying that the Singapore government should be applauded.
Yeah, why not? Yeah,
No, but why
doing it
not?
on the
If
ground.
they are
Huh?
doing great, and I think they are doing the airdrop thing was great, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we should and I think they'll be open to listening, I think, on this.
They're,
And that, yeah, so let's
they're,
do that. Let's do that.
they're very
Let's push for that,
open. Yeah, like,
the second airdrop. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so
yeah.
that's let's move on to the next question, and if there are questions,
Okay.
I'll just read off as well. So you have done much work, right? And now this
Thank
time
you.
round, you haven't gotten into trouble with the government or what they've engaged. Accra has engaged, or even you've been featured in Straits Times and so on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why is it different this time?
I think they want to be balanced, and I think of the or directly in the curve, the election is coming. I
Of
think you all
course,
know that. So I
of
think they
course.
wanted to kind of sway, the voting lah.
Yeah.
Emotions, especially of the Muslim population. Because on the onset of the war in Gaza, right, they are really very pro-Israel, our government. So I think they were hit with a lot of brickbats. People are not happy. We can't even wear the kafaya
Mm.
scarf. We can't wear watermelon T-shirt. Like wow, everything is you cannot do. If you are supporting Palestinian, you are like supporting Hamas. So I think all this blown off a lot of people. So I think the government now is trying to win back, right?
Yeah.
Especially the Muslim
They
voters. And we all
they have
know this year
reacted
is
to
the
the
election year.
public sentiment changing, right? And
Yeah,
yeah,
public
and I agree
sentiment
with you.
change.
I agree with you that governments
Mm.
and politicians always do something with 1.5 eyes on the election, right? As they should.
Yeah.
We want governments to react to public
Yes,
sentiment, right?
we want them
We
to
want.
listen to us.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
want them. So that's not something that we should complain about. We
yeah,
should like
yeah.
want them to,
Yes.
and if they are reacting, that's good. But I wanted to push back a little. Do you think it's just the Muslim community? I agree. This issue
Mm.
is
Mm, mm, mm,
very it's
mm.
very emotional for many Muslims, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Muslims, every Friday we still do the special prayer,
yeah.
and you'll see
Mm.
people crying and so on. But don't you think this time round the issue has gone way beyond the
Mm.
Muslim community? You see
I think
so
so.
many. Yeah,
Yeah.
you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think initially when we looked through our donor list, yeah, I actually was slightly surprised, that 90% of the donors are Muslim
Oh.
because they sent me an email, DBS, my bank, so I know the name of the donor. Say, wow, all Muslim. But
Mm.
I kind of anticipate it. It's, the issue is kind of pro-Muslim issue. I guess the Palestinians are mostly Muslim. But I think of late, the last 2, 3 months, I'm seeing more Chinese, right?
Okay.
More Indians. So I would say now 25% non-Muslim, but majority, 75% are still Muslim donors. So I think
Mm.
the Christians, the Buddhists, they're coming in now. I think
Yeah.
they're saying like, I'm a Christian. So I don't
Yeah.
see it as a religion issue. I see it as a humanity issue. So I
Right.
think more Christians, more Chinese, Indians are coming in. I think they're seeing it as a humanitarian issue now.
Indeed.
Yeah, not
Indeed.
just
Yeah.
religion. Yeah, but I think very
I
initial is religion.
I see.
Very,
Okay.
very
So
religion.
even in
Yeah.
your own donations, you've seen a shift. And
Yeah.
this is
I
a
see
shift you
it
can
actually.
track. Okay.
Yeah, I can
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful.
actually
Yeah. Yeah.
roughly lah, not
Right.
not
Right.
accurately, but roughly I sense more Chinese,
Yeah. Yeah.
more Indians are donating. Yeah, and I'm happy lah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean
Let's
Singapore
get
is
over
majority.
50%. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
70-30.
Yeah.
It reflects
Yeah. Yeah.
the demographics of our population.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%. 100%. And
yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, why not?
yeah. I mean, of course, it will never be because there will be a lot of Muslims
Mm.
donate, right? So, I mean, I appreciate your honesty, and I also appreciate the fact that you say that you see more non-Muslims, people outside the Muslim community, people who are not religious at all. There are many people who are atheists who are concerned by this, right?
Yeah,
Because for them,
yeah.
this is a humanitarian issue. And I should have started with that, the fact that you are Christian. I think people can see that you're Chinese, but the fact
Yeah,
that you're
of
Christian,
course.
and I think that means a lot. When I met Gilbert, the first time I told Gilbert, if you ever convert to Islam, don't declare publicly because
Oh my God, yeah, we
because
tangkap.
I think I I think I
We,
appreciate the fact that it's non-Muslim fronting this, just to show that this
yeah,
is. I think you
I
will be
know.
more and a more effective advocate of Palestine than I would. I mean, the other person who's our hero,
Dr.
Dr.
Ang.
Ang. Dr. Ang, she's Christian as well. She's been doing this for
Yeah,
4 decades, man. And
yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
she's an amazing, amazing woman.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
Dr. Ang. I met her
Yeah, yeah.
twice in Beirut, yeah.
Oh,
I'm actually in Beirut now. So,
did you meet
yeah,
her
everyone is,
twice in Beirut? Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
previously, I
Right, right,
mean,
right.
now I'm in Beirut. So I met her twice in Beirut, but previously, over the past few years. So she's a big voice for the Palestinian issue.
Indeed,
So
indeed.
everyone here in Beirut is talking about
Oh,
her.
really?
She's a
Oh,
very
wow.
famous, yeah, very
Wow.
famous person
Oh,
in Beirut. Yeah, yeah,
wow.
yeah. She is.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, she was given the award, the Friend of the Palestinians by
Uh,
Yasser Arafat, and
she's
she's
given an award.
amazing. And you know, Gilbert, I didn't say it to her, but I don't know how you felt when you met her, but she's one of the few people I've ever met in my life where when I was around her, I felt like and I'm not
Mm.
exaggerating, I felt like a saintly presence, you know, like
Yeah.
I felt I was in the presence of greatness. I
Oh,
really
okay.
felt
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
really
know what
felt
you
so
mean.
small. You know what I mean, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she's so small. She's like 5 feet,
Yeah,
no? And
she's
when
so
she
small,
talk,
but
wow, her voice boom.
such a big personality. You know, it's
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah,
she's just
yeah,
five
yeah.
foot. Yeah, but she speaks loudly for the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Palestinian cause. We should
Indeed,
appreciate
indeed,
her.
indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. And I am glad that you and Dr. Ang were featured in the mainstream media.
Mm.
And I think that
Thank you.
itself is a sign of things changing.
Yeah,
If the mainstream
yeah,
media features
yes.
Dr. Ang Sui Chai and Gilbert Goh, I think
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
sign that they have
yeah.
recognized
That's,
public
yeah,
sentiment.
both of us are badass in the government book. So when they feature us, yeah, I was shocked. When the
I
reporter said, "Hey, your report came out," I said, "Are you sure?" No?
Oh, you were
I said,
shocked.
"No." I
Okay.
was shocked. I couldn't believe it because for 10 years we have done something here, but nothing.
Right,
No
right,
one
right.
wants to
There be
talk
no,
to
yeah,
us.
no. Right.
Yeah, but in these few months we got 3, 4 coverage, so I'm happy. Right, thank you, Straits Times.
Right. Okay. Wow. Gilbert on a roll. First he thanked the PAP, now he's thanking Straits Times.
Yeah, next I must thank PM Lawrence Wong and sing the national anthem.
Okay, okay. Let's not get to the national anthem, but yes. No,
Not
but
yet, not
anyway,
yet.
I think somebody commented it's
Yeah,
let me find the comment that that
right.
person was saying it takes a big character to a good person is one who still praises the government when they do something right, even in spite of your disagreement. Somebody
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
commented. So yeah,
yeah.
that's good. So that's what I wanted to ask also, right? Because in the Plan B, you did say that
Mm,
this is largely a Muslim issue, and
mm.
you've sort of addressed that, and a lot of Lebanese are Christians, right? There's a
Half,
sizable Christian
yeah, half of,
population.
yeah,
Yeah,
half of
yeah,
Lebanon.
yeah. So about half, and I think you know also, Gilbert, I was named after a Lebanese
Yeah,
leader, right? Walid
I
Jumblatt.
thought
Yes,
you're Lebanese or Palestinian,
I know, I know.
but you're not.
Many people. No, I'm not. I'm not. I
Yeah, I
was
asked
just
you, are
named
you a
after.
Palestinian?
Yeah. So I was named after after Walid Jumblatt, the Walid Jumblatt. And
Okay.
how is it like in Lebanon? Because I mean, Palestine has
Mm,
about 15 to 20% Christians. I estimate 10 to 20%
mm.
Christians, and they are of course all on the Palestinian cause, right? How about the Christians in Lebanon from your own ground sensing?
I think they stay clear, no? To what I sense, they are staying on the neutral side. Because
Okay.
here, yeah, here, I think there's a 10, 20-year civil war fought between the Muslim and the Christian. So anything that has religion connotation to it, I think people tend to, stay clear. So it's very
Mm.
sensitive
Right.
religion in Lebanon. So I believe for Christians in Lebanon, I think they are aware, they know the problem, but I think they are not like talking about it. Like I'm here for a couple of years. People don't really, campur each other. The
Oh,
Christians are on their
oh.
own, the
So
Muslim are on their own.
they don't
Yeah,
really mix with each other over there.
no, there's
Okay.
in fact a clear demarcation. No,
Okay.
like this area frequented by Muslim. So area like Bablos,
Yeah.
frequented by Christian. So somehow
Mm.
there's not much to me lah, not much interaction between
I
the
see.
Christians and the Muslims here.
Mm.
It's hugely sensitive. I think much more than in Singapore.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a comment by DeLorean. Send Gilbert some love from us. Another person
Thank
said,
you.
an inspiring and real change maker. Thank you for your bravery, Mr. Gilbert.
Thank you.
And somebody said, so happy to hear that increasingly there are more non-Malay and non-Muslim donors. So what about in your experience with the refugees, the Palestinian refugees? Are there many Christians amongst the refugees that you have
Oh,
interacted with?
actually, for Palestinian refugees, yeah, I think almost 100% are Muslim. Even the Syrian refugees, there are about 1.5 million Syrian refugees. I think largely, I think 99% are Muslim. So if you're talking about a refugee population, the Christians are not existing. It's,
Right,
they are largely Muslim for
right.
refugees in Lebanon. I think in
Okay.
Gaza also. People say there are Christians in Gaza, but I think it's very, very minute.
In
Like
Gaza, I think
one,
it's
two
very small.
percent.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
probably
So
1% or something. There's one
yes,
church or something, right? Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's largely Muslim, the
Right.
Palestinian refugees in Lebanon here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So, and I wanted to talk about that as well. Generally, because you are in Egypt and you are in Lebanon as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how is the ground sentiment? Because that's is one thing. The government, the Egyptian government, is not necessarily representative of the Egyptian people, right? And we
Yeah.
know
True.
the situation there. So even though Egypt, of course, has very close ties with
Mm,
U.S. and Israel, right? And
mm, mm,
the ties are really really deep. The military ties
mm,
with the U.S., right?
mm.
The U.S. is the patron of the Egyptian military and government. But what about the Egyptian people? What about the Lebanese people generally? What are their sentiments on this? Because from the outside, people always say, why aren't the Arabs doing anything?
Yeah, I think in Cairo we hear a lot of support, right, from the people on the ground for the Palestinians. So like everywhere you go, I take Uber. When we talk about the Gaza war, yeah, they are actually very supportive of the Palestinians. But I think on the government side, yeah, there's a little bit of disappointment that they could have done more, right? They were disappointed with the Egyptian government that somehow they did not, go all the way. I think lately we hear one Egyptian soldier was killed,
Yeah,
right,
that
few
was
days
just
ago
yesterday. Yeah, or 2 days ago. Yeah, correct. Yeah,
border.
yeah,
So in fact, the sentiment is I don't know, things are not going well. Like the Israelites was taking over the Philadelphia line. There's this line in Rafah that is owned by Egyptian, but now the Israel government, the army took over.
right.
So I think there's a lot of unhappiness on the Egyptian side. So I don't
Right.
know. I hope not, no, but I fear there could be a military confrontation between Egypt and Israel because it looks not good, not positive. Like things are rough. For 40 years, Egypt and Israel enjoy quite a cordial
Yeah,
diplomatic relationship.
yeah,
But now, wow, overnight, it's gone, no? And one soldier died. So
right.
I have this fear, Professor, that there could be a military confrontation. If
Mm,
not now, maybe next month or,
yeah,
you know, months ahead. Yeah. Because it doesn't
yeah,
look good. It
yeah,
doesn't look good. Yeah, so in fact, we are also, I think from my Instagram post, visiting, right, a few hundred, now up to 1,000, no, Palestinians seeking medical shelter in Sinai and Al Arish. So I heard from the ambassador, the Palestinian Authority ambassador, now the numbers went up from 500 to 1,000. No. So
wow.
I said, wow, my God. And these people cannot go to Cairo. They're like,
Yeah,
encaved in this area
right.
because it's like a military
They
zone.
cannot
They
live
cannot
there. Yeah,
anyhow,
yeah,
they
yeah,
cannot
yeah,
come out to
yeah,
Cairo. So we actually wanted to visit them for 500. So we are giving one Palestinian wounded 100 US dollars. So that worked up to 50K. Now it's 1,000. No? wounded Palestinians. So we are looking at 100,000 US dollars. So I said, wow, that's a lot of money. From
Wow.
50,000, it jumped up to 100,000. But they were saying nobody visited them since the war
Really?
started.
Oh.
Yeah, because a lot of money. And it's a big military security zone.
So
So
people
you
are
need the
afraid or
army,
what? People
Yeah,
are
you
afraid
need the
to go?
army. Yeah. Also, I think the cost, the costing, because
Right, right.
100 US per person, when you contribute 1,000 Palestinians, you're looking at 100,000 US dollars.
Okay.
Also, the proximity to the Rafah border, you can actually hear the bombing. If there's a bombing going on at the Rafah border, so there's some security issues. But
Wow.
well, the thing
You can
we
hear
are
the
going in,
bombing?
Professor.
Wow. Okay, okay.
Yeah, we should be going in. We are preparing the money.
Also, you are
100,000
preparing,
US.
you are going
We,
to go in soon.
it's most likely we will go in under the flag of Singapore, right? So that
Wonderful.
they have something. They have nothing.
Wonderful.
Since they came out of the border from Gaza, right? They are enclave in
Right.
Sinai. So no one, I heard, has visited them. So
Okay.
far, nobody.
So,
So
do you
we
have a
wanted
timeline for
to
that? Are you looking at any time soon?
two 2 weeks. We are looking at a 2 weeks
Okay.
timeline. Actually, that's
How?
just to get the clearance,
Okay. So,
the
how can
security
people
clearance.
donate to you? Can you just remind us, and
Yeah,
we can
they
type this in
can
the
donate
comment?
to this
Yeah.
cause, no? Yeah,
So,
donate
how
to
do they
my
donate?
team now. They
Pay now
can
you
pay
at
now to me, yeah, as per normal.
what's your
Yeah,
number?
so we can 8774 5281.
Sorry, eight.
This is the hottest number in Singapore now. 8774 5281. Don't buy 4D.
Hey, don't worry. 75% Muslim, right? They won't buy.
25% will buy. Yeah, if you want, you
Okay.
can
So,
donate to this cause. We
okay.
are most likely going ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, 100K US.
Thank you, Iman. So and I am supremely confident.
Yeah,
You put out a call, we will get 100,000. As in,
we'll
I
get
am,
100K.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
quite very
By
doable. So,
today, by tonight.
I'm not that confident by today,
Yeah,
but
I
by
heard they
two
are quite
weeks,
influential.
God willing, God willing. So there's a
Yeah,
comment by Alanis from one Christian to another. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
yeah.
There's a question that you cannot
Welcome.
see. It's sent to me with the humanitarian aid being stopped. How is your kitchen still surviving? Is it
Yeah,
surviving?
yeah. It's the won't be smooth. I want to assure, or want to update Singaporeans on, like, I heard the food kitchen also been targeted now. So you are seeing cooking, you are likely to be bombed. So that's also another issue. And another
What?
issue is to
It's
bring the
likely to
money
be
in.
bombed.
Yeah, it's likely you will get bombed if you cook for Palestinians. So it's very deliberate, right? And it's very sinister. It's just a genocidal famine going on. Right. So, but we are still cooking. I think I sent out a video. Right. We are still cooking in Rafah. Right. But North Gaza and Jubilee side, yeah, huge problem, and it's expensive. Right. The rates went up from 1,000. Now you are looking at 2,000 a day. To have a food kitchen cooking in Jumblatt, North Gaza. So everything went up. Even the money we bring into Gaza, we pay a commission. It also went up. So wow, I say, my
That
God.
commission, who are you paying it to? To the Egyptians who bring
No,
you in.
it's to the person who brings in the money. That's the problem. Is if
Ah,
this person who
right.
brings in the money get caught, it's likely he'll be killed.
Oh my
He
God.
won't survive. Yeah. So this kind of money, would you want to make? I mean, I give you high commission, but you get caught, you get killed. So all these issues, Professor. I hope the audience are aware. We are living life dangerously.
Can
Right.
I ask you
Yes,
something more
sir.
personal, as if I haven't, Gilbert? Are you not afraid of dying?
Oh, every day. But I think when I decided to come here 8, 9 years ago, I actually told my daughter, I said, one day if daddy die, be proud of me. Right. Yeah, really, you have to be proud of daddy. Because it's something, it's a risk. Right. We are doing a risky job, but we die a honorable job. we die honorably, you know. We don't do bad things or what. I think this is something I always keep telling my daughter, you know, if something happens, don't feel sad, no, feel proud.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this also to my Singaporean supporters, right? Yeah, because many actually text me, they want to come or that. I hope they know the risk involved, right? So by coming, sometimes you have to prepare, no, to sacrifice your life. And this I've been doing 8, 9 years. Before I took the plane or to come, I say, this could be the last flight I'm taking.
So
But
every
so
day
far I
you wake up, you
survived.
think that this is possible, this is my last day.
Yeah, it's possible. Even tonight, something might happen. You get, you know, bomb or you get shot. Because Lebanon is a cowboy country. People can carry guns, and car bombs are normal. So I think we are prepared. We have to be prepared. If not, you can't survive here. You're always takut. You're always so scared, you know. I better go back. Or your wife or your husband keep nagging at you. That's why I'm not married. I'm single. I don't have any relationship. Because it's not fair
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
understood.
partner.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's no, thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome.
I really, I think it's important that you say that. I know you don't like to talk about your
No.
own story because you always want to talk about the Palestinian stories, but I think for this audience, I think it's important for us to know that
Mm.
the risks involved are real. I think even
Yeah.
when I was talking to Dr. Ang, you know, she doesn't like to talk about her own struggles. She's been
Yeah.
arrested and so on. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
the two of you have done amazing, and I'm sure your daughter is super proud of you.
Yeah.
Hopefully
She is.
nothing happens. Whether
Yeah.
and nothing happens, nothing needs to happen for your daughter to already be proud of you for what you're doing. It's
Yeah.
amazing when
But we have to be
you're doing that.
prepared. Yeah. I'm prepared. I think Dr. Ang is too. Both of
I
us
think
have to
so.
be prepared. Yeah, we come here, we have to be prepared to sacrifice ourselves. If not, yeah, you won't come. Because, everything is daisy, everything is risky, So
Right.
we have to be prepared. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let me just read.
Welcome.
There are a few other questions. So some people said they got goosebumps when you said that. I mean, I did as well. So that was amazing. So somebody, Craving Space, said they have raised about $600 for you.
Wow,
Hope that they can do
nice.
more.
Yeah,
So
thank
thanks.
you.
So yes, let's please. So there is this question by Enfa Lala. Do you coordinate with other Singaporean NGOs working to get aid into Gaza? So I don't know what other NGOs are you talking about, the RLAF or other than those
I mean,
government endorsed and Red Cross? Are there Singaporean NGOs actively on the ground?
unfortunately, in Cairo, I believe I'm the only one that is staying so long. Over the past 6, 7 months. Yeah, I'm daily in Cairo. But I think the Red Cross, they are doing well. Like I meet the Mercy Relief team, but
Mercy
they're
Relief,
here
yeah.
for 4 days. Yeah, so I actually quite close with one of them. But he's a reporter for Berita Harian. So he's here for 4 days. So we spoke. I said, "Hey, bro, you 4 days. I'm 6 months here, no." So I think maybe because he has to work.
Right, right,
He's a reporter, so he can't stay here like me for 6 months.
right.
So I think there is very minimal. I think besides Mercy, right, I've not contacted Red Cross or any other teams. But the problem is they are not here. So who do I talk to? Right, they are not
Right,
here, so we don't collaborate or even chit chat. Yeah,
right.
because they
Okay,
are not here on the ground.
right. Uh, I listened to your Lepak Conversations video, and you said that you do meet up with many Malaysian and Indonesian
Oh,
NGOs. There's a lot
yeah,
of them,
well,
is it?
yeah, they are big, no? Like Malaysian, I think every day they're here. Different groups.
Wow,
Indonesian, yeah, they are here big time. So Singaporean only one, satu orang.
right,
So the Malaysians are big. Malaysian Mercy Relief, right? A lot of them come. Then the next week another team come. So they have, I think, a timetable or
right, right,
schedule or volunteers. They keep coming. So I see them a lot. Yeah,
right, right.
Malaysians especially and
Yeah,
Indonesian.
I mean, Malaysia as a country has supported Palestine, I think, more than most other countries in the world for the longest time. It's not new.
Yeah,
For many years they have been doing it. There's a question. There's a comment by
yeah,
Fatih's Cakes, and I think it's important.
yeah. I saw.
Ustazah Shamim and other Singaporeans, and those who do not know Ustazah Shamim, please follow her. Shamim Sultana. Do you know her, Gilbert? Did you meet her?
Sounds familiar, you know. Sounds
Okay, so she
familiar.
was there at the border a few months ago,
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
think, yeah, I
Yes,
think
yes,
Gilbert
yes.
has been there longer and for a longer
I
period
saw.
of time. But do follow Ustazah. I think she has been there twice, if I got
Yes,
it
yes,
right.
yes. I remember her. Yes.
Okay, so there is a sensitive question that we will get to since Gilbert
Yeah.
is game for it.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
is,
yeah.
but we'll get to that. But there is one question here that you cannot see. So, if the kitchens and solar panels can be bombed like from time to time, are you looking
Yeah.
at other ways to help the Palestinians?
I think solar panel, yeah, is important but sensitive because it can be easily bombed, right? It's set at the rooftop because solar panels, you know, you need the sun. So normally they are organized and set up at the rooftop. In fact, recently, I think last week, we had another solar power panel water well. So this water well is powered by solar energy and they need to purify, you know, sanitize the water. So we pay 15,000 US for this. I think this is our third or fourth solar power energy. But if you ask me now to power a hospital using solar power, wow, I think nobody will do it because they will get bombed. But it's hospitals now out of bounds.
Is
You want to do
there
anything, right? Nobody will do it.
is there anything else we can do besides donations and solar panels at our level? I mean,
I,
beyond the political level, is there anything that we can do?
I think many groups fundraise. Like I have one group that on the 3rd of June, which is a few days later, right, they are doing a dance, you know. I think they call it the Dhaka, the Palestinian dance.
Right,
So they
right.
also took some of the Palestinian drawing that brought back for exhibition. So there's a booth for that. So if you want, you can support this like-minded event. It's on the 3rd of June. I think it's Monday or Tuesday. So there are also groups doing walks. There's a group that did Clementi like forest walk. So they raised about 2,000 for
Was that
us just
Dr.
last weekend.
Lai Ah Eng? Was it her group
No, it's
or?
Allison Schooling.
Okay,
No,
okay,
Joseph
right,
Schooling.
right.
Yeah. So I think if you like, you can, you know, join up all these groups. I think they're like-minded. I think they are legal, you know.
Yeah.
Don't do illegal things.
Yeah,
So that one also might get you into trouble. I think there's
yeah.
someone that did the poster right at
Right.
the Marina Bay.
Yeah.
So that one I won't advocate. Even
Yeah.
though I probably might do it. So I
But you
think
don't
it
want
depends
others
on
to
you.
take the risk, right? You
Yeah, I
don't
don't
want
want
others,
you
yeah.
to get
It's not fair.
arrested and
No,
you lose your job.
I think that's responsible, you know. So
Yeah,
even if you would do it, you
yeah,
don't want others to do it, right? Because
yeah. You
the
see,
risk, yeah.
normally I'm doing
And
alone. If I protest at
right.
Hong Park, I'm alone. I don't want to get people into trouble
Right.
with me.
And there are many legal ways to help the Palestinians, right, that we can do at our level. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, many
donating to you,
ways.
letting you reach $100,000,
Yeah,
yeah, 100,000
yeah,
US.
yeah,
That's
yes.
something
I
legal
think
that we all
it's
should be
very
doing.
good.
Yeah.
They are also necessary because you need
Yeah.
money
Of
for
course.
humanitarian work. Right? You need money.
Of
So the
course. Of
more you
course.
have, the
Yeah.
more you can do. I think
So
there's also a convocation I saw right, at NUS YAP convocation, I think few days ago. So it was good. People wear the kafaya, you know,
yeah.
and I think someone gave a speech
No.
advocating for the Palestinian rights.
So
And this
so
is in Singapore.
if you've been, I mean, when you were here, Gilbert, I don't know whether you saw people wearing the hijab, the Palestinian kafir hijab, or
Yeah,
people just using the kafir. So many of them. This has
yeah,
never happened before, you know.
yeah,
So,
it's good.
and all these are, of course, these are small efforts, but
Yeah,
hopefully it all adds up to something big, right? Yeah. So
yes.
can we get to the sensitive question? It's me, Deaf,
Oh, yes,
asked.
saw.
She
Yeah,
asked, I presume,
I
since
saw.
you are taking donations via PayNow, is there a plan B if something really does happen to you? Hopefully nothing,
Yeah,
but what
so
happens
good.
if? Yeah.
I think we have also spoken to COC, the Commissioner of Charity, right, before I left Singapore for Cairo. I think they raised the same question. No? So what happened is their reply is that if something happens to me, let's say I kena bomb no, or shot
Mm.
dead, no, yeah, they say the money will goes to them, goes to
Okay,
the Chinghu, Commissioner of Charity.
okay,
I say it's fine. No?
okay,
I'm
good,
actually
good.
very happy. The money goes to them. I think they will allocate the funds to Gaza
So
or to the
that's
Palestinian
great.
cause.
So you already have
Also,
that. You
we
have
already
already
have that
that agreement.
kind of
Okay.
discuss over. I also talked to a lawyer.
Okay.
Right, I talked to a lawyer, and we are discussing if how we can allocate the money. But if it goes to COC, I'm very happy. And I'm also doing a ACRA registration. So once approved, the money will be parked from my savings account to ACRA, to a corporate account. So
Okay.
I think that's more accountable. If not, wow, 2.7 million in my personal
Yeah.
account.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
so takut, I was so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
scared.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course. Of course. Yeah. So,
Ah,
this one is a more personal question as well.
for
Um,
another one, okay.
but but this one a bit different. So
Oh,
Zuni asks, what do you tell yourself on a daily basis to push yourself through, despite the
ah,
emotional and psychological setbacks?
yeah, that one I think is probably one of the toughest, humanitarian trip. Because I'm in Lebanon, but it's always 40 days, 45 days max. So this entering into the 7th month, right? I'm in Cairo. So it does get into your psychic, right? Especially, wow, this few days back, you see the bombing, the
Yeah.
killing. So I don't see the news every day, right? To keep myself sane, I see it once every 2, 3 days. So I have good grasp of the news. Then I switch off for 1, 2 days before I
Oh,
turn on the news again. Yeah, if
what
not,
about
wow,
social
cannot.
media? Social media also
Social
you are off?
media also, yeah, lah, I try like if the account is always bombing, beheading, and then yeah, I probably won't look at it. But I also run every day. Like I run every morning to keep myself fit, but
Right.
also to keep myself energized now.
Right.
Because this is a draining job, right? It drains you emotionally, physically. Like I just came back from a Palestinian kindergarten fundraising
Yeah,
event.
you showed
So
me the
actually,
videos just now. Yeah.
yeah, I'm between you and me, Professor. I'm tired. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm drained. But I have to show up. If not, you'll be angry. So I think you have to be very disciplined.
No, it's
To
okay. I
be
won't be angry. You are doing
you'll be
real work.
angry. Your viewers will, where's Gilbert? Where's Gilbert? But I think one, has to be very disciplined, very focused. Like I read a lot. Every day, every week, I read. So I'm here 6, 7 months. I think I've read 10, 12 books already.
Right.
So your mind has to be sharp, physically you have to be good. So emotionally you have to be careful. Because if you lapse into a depression, which it can happen, it's difficult for you to move on. So when I feel I'm down, I will like, hey, call someone, call my friend.
Right.
So, hey, can you talk to me? I think I need. And frankly speaking, every time I speak with a friend, like I'm talking to you right now, I
Mm.
feel
Right.
energized. I feel very stacked up. Yeah,
Right.
so I think
Okay.
important to have this balanced life and also very focused and very disciplined. And
Okay.
you must be determined. Don't give up. Don't, oh, no, I go back, fly back Singapore. No? Which I think sometimes I wanted to, when things are not working well. This May period is particularly very difficult. It's a very difficult month for us. Also because of the killing.
Yeah.
The genocide that's going on. So it's very, very stressful
Yeah.
this month of May. Yeah, the most stressful month out of the 6 months that I've been here.
Mm.
Yes, but I'm
I
still here. I'm
No,
still here.
thank you, thank you. No, for people like us in Singapore, we are scrolling and we already feel emotionally gone. And you are
Oh
there,
my God.
you are there. So it's amazing. So you said,
Yeah,
so one is just mental resolve, reading,
reading,
exercising, speaking to
exercise,
friends, and
picking
getting
the
off
friend.
social media and TV. Okay, so these
Yes,
are I think generally these are good pieces of advice to maintain a person's mental health anyway. I think this is important. But I think especially for somebody like you who's there in the thick of things, I think it means a lot when you say those things. It carries more weight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so somebody
thank
said,
you.
yeah, it's a triathlon, so hope you are keeping sane and not spreading yourself too thin. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people
I
have
hope.
said, yeah, ultimately it's about protecting your sanity first, right? Because then you can help others, right?
True, true. Yeah, I always
Yeah.
feel, if there's someone here, 2% better than one. But so far, yeah, it's difficult to get someone like-minded and
Who
so
can stay the course,
humble.
right? Who can, maybe there'll be somebody
Yeah,
who can go there for a week, right? But to stay the
a
course,
week,
man, that's
no, a week, no.
a week
I
is
think
too long already.
minimum you're looking at 1 or 2 months.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
if
right.
not,
Exactly.
a
Yeah, yeah.
week.
If not, yeah.
By the time we adjust,
Yeah.
you gotta fly back.
Indeed, indeed,
At least a
indeed. Yeah.
month, a month to two, then we can talk.
Right,
But so far, yeah, it's difficult. I don't think there's anyone who's ready to come.
right. Okay.
Yeah, so far.
So there's a question, what in Mr. Goh's point of view makes him label what's going on in Gaza as a genocide? And I'll let Gilbert answer that, but what I would direct the questioner and people to look at
Mm.
is the criteria for genocide, the 6 criteria based on the
Oh,
genocide convention, and look for yourself, and I have gone through, see how many of them are fulfilled through this, right? And for me personally, it's an open and shut case, like no questions asked. But okay, legally, it's still being debated, right? But just looking at it from a humanitarian lens, like for me, it's an open and shut case. But yeah, what do you want to answer that, Gilbert?
what connotates
For
genocide?
you, yeah. Why do
Yeah.
you
Oh,
think this is? Yeah, yeah,
I think when Israel bomb, a particular location is always saying, Hamas, they're actually bombing the Hamas, location. But when you look at the casualties, it's always innocent, like,
yeah,
like women and children. So I say, hey, you know, if okay lah, if there are a few Hamas officially Hamas
yeah, yeah,
fighters there, then it's okay lah, no, we
yeah,
accept it.
yeah,
But so far, I have not heard.
yeah,
They say, oh, they're Hamas fighters that died, but because of these Hamas fighters, children and women are also sacrificed in the bomb. But so far, we have not. No.
yeah.
We've seen mostly it's children and women that got killed, in the bomb that are supposed to attack Hamas. So I don't know. This is debatable, and to me, I think there's genocide.
Yeah. I mean, and also, they have said that we will run Gaza to the ground. You even have politicians saying that you want a nuclear bomb Gaza, send
Yeah.
Gaza back to the dark ages, and it's crazy. So I have five criteria in the genocide convention.
Well,
I'm
five
gonna
on
read
me.
it. Yeah, five.
I can
So
go by
killing.
midnight.
So in the present
No, it's
convention,
okay.
genocide means any of the following acts committed with intent to destroy, in whole or in part, even if it's in part, a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group, such as number 1, killing members of the group; second, causing serious bodily and mental harm; third, deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction, such
Mm.
as preventing food from coming in. That's already
Yeah.
enough, right? Fourth,
Yeah.
imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group. Fifth, forcibly transferring children of the group to another group. And you look at this, and for me, like
Mm. Yeah. It's
it's
already
yeah,
way
it's
beyond.
what is
Yeah,
there
way
to
beyond
discuss,
genocide.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is there to discuss already? Yeah. So again,
Yeah.
people sending you prayers and love for your tireless work and
Thank you.
dedication. Yeah, it's amazing. You see this, and even in this is a microcosm of what I think. If we did this live, Gilbert,
Mm.
a few years ago,
Mm.
probably most of the commenters would be Muslims. But now we
Mm.
see that most of the commenters are not Muslims, right?
Serious.
There are some
Oh,
Muslims. Yeah, there
thank
are
you.
many who are not, and I think it's amazing,
Yeah,
right? It
it's good.
shows.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I think
It's
it's good
it's
for Singapore. The
right.
Singaporeans, they tend to say, "Oh, this one Muslim,
Yeah,
pro-Muslim problem." I don't want to get involved, but I think now it's getting
yeah,
more balanced, more equal. Right? Religion don't play so much as a role. Now I think it's a humanitarian issue. And I'm
Yeah.
happy for Singapore. We've come out of the shadow, of
Yeah.
branding certain cause as Muslim or Christian or Buddhist.
Right.
So I'm happy for
It's
Singaporeans.
progress for Singapore, right? And it's
It
progress
is,
for us.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Also, I think a big clap to our government. I want to
Wow. Wow.
clap
One more
the
time.
PAP government one more time. That they
Yeah. Yeah.
have done well. They have allowed quite a fair bit of advocacy to carry on.
I agree.
Like, you can wear,
I agree.
scarf, you can wear
And
watermelon t-shirt.
you know,
It's good.
I mean, 5 years ago, could we have done this live, Gilbert? Right?
Oh
Right?
no,
Could
you
yeah,
be
exactly.
arrested.
Yeah.
Then I cannot go back. I cannot deported.
I mean, but at the
Oh, it's
very
good.
least, like I think this is a recognition that the government has recognized that something has changed and they are reacting. That's why you have applauded them twice already, right?
Yeah. I want 3 times also get. Because they have done well. They, I think, give us some space.
Agreed, agreed.
It used to be, wow,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
will,
agreed.
hit you
No,
up
because this
or
one
they go to your
was
house.
always seen. This one was always seen as a sensitive one because of the religious connotations. It's still
Yeah,
seen as sensitive, but for
yeah,
sure they have allowed for far more
yeah.
Palestinian advocacy this time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So yeah,
also the linkage to terrorism, because Hamas they
yeah, yeah,
view it as a terrorist group.
yeah.
So I
Correct,
think they are also afraid people get
correct. No,
into
correct. And I,
terrorism.
I,
Yeah,
I don't think those fears are unfounded, right? So definitely, I think but I think they also see that this has moved way beyond that, right?
yeah,
Um, yeah,
yeah.
I mean, and I
Way
think at the
beyond.
very start, at the very start, I think 1 or 2 days after 7 October, Minister Shanmugam actually said, he explicitly said that it is okay for people to find that the Palestinians are living in deplorable conditions, something along those lines,
Mm.
without justifying what happened on 7 October. I thought that was such a strong statement
Mm.
to say that Palestinians are living in deplorable conditions. And then you
Mm.
saw many people, including then DPM
Yeah,
Lawrence Wong, President Halima, all
yeah,
of them saying a lot of things. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
So I'm glad. Yeah,
yeah,
they shifted. The narrative have shifted to be more balanced, more moderate.
indeed, indeed, and
Yeah, yeah.
more seeing
More
this through the
accepting.
humanitarian lens. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
Gilbert, I know you're very tired. So I'll just take one last question. This is
Wow.
from
Okay.
Falala. Why did you decide to work in the humanitarian? Why did you come to this? Because you said you started about 9 years ago. So that was what, midlife crisis or what that
Yeah,
got you
maybe.
into this?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually had a divorce 10, 12 years ago. So we're also looking at overseas work. Singapore is good. We still do like homeless, giving food to the poor people. But I thought, we can do more. So I went, I explored, and I found something in Middle East. But it's also risky. Because Middle East, people think of terrorists, think of bombing, you get killed. But I went, I'm glad I went. It was difficult the first few years. I don't speak Arabic,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
found no Singaporean group or flag that's flying high. In the whole Middle East, you're not looking at just Lebanon, but looking at everywhere, boy, no Singaporean presence. So I see something can be done. No? I see a lot of Malaysian, I seen a lot of Indonesian, but no Singaporean. So in fact, I feel quite ashamed because we have the resources. We are not
Mm,
poor.
mm.
Right? We have money. Right? We can give, and we have a very generous population. Right? I find that Singaporeans, by and large, are good-hearted. Right? They are very kind.
I
If
agree.
there's a
I
good
agree.
cause, they will
I
donate.
agree.
Some even will sacrifice, to donate to a good cause. So actually, we can do something, but probably on the ground there isn't like Red Cross come and go, Mercy Relief come and go. So I think we need someone to plow the ground, to walk through the streets in Lebanon. So I give myself this challenge that I want to plant my Singaporean flag, right, slowly, in the Middle East. So 8, 9 years, I'm going always Ramadan, no winter Eid. I'm always alone. Nobody dares to come, and nobody fund me. No money. So doctor, Doctor Paul
Ah, yeah,
Tabayan
yeah,
will
Paul
give me
Tabaya, yeah.
give me the airfare. He
Oh,
said, Gilbert, you go, I will
the
buy you
first
the
time
airfare.
the first time he
Actually,
did. Oh,
for many years, he
shout
gave me
out
the
to
airfare.
Professor Tambaya.
Yeah,
Shout
Dr.
out to him.
Posh.
Thank you.
Yeah, I let the cat out of the bag.
Oh,
Actually, he
you've
asked
never
me
told
not to
people.
stay.
You've never
Yeah,
told people
well, he
before.
said he cannot.
Wow,
But I think he needs to be
I
applauded.
agree.
He will buy me the air ticket so I can travel. Give me some traveling allowance. So
Wow.
I'm happy for him. Because initially, nobody fund me. Nobody, wants to get involved, especially Middle East. Yeah. Wow, people are scared because of the link to terrorism. But I'm glad I came. I come every year until the NGO here saying, "Wow, every year you come." Actually, it's very rare. They say no NGO is doing what you're doing, and especially from Singapore.
Yeah.
They say there's no one from Singapore that is so on the ball like you. So I'm happy. I'm honored to fly the flag from Singapore. Really, Professor.
Oh, thank you. I think you are the man.
Yeah.
I don't know
Thank,
how else to say it, but you are really the man. And I'm really
thank
so
you.
heartened to hear that Prof. Tambaya did
Yeah,
that.
but
I
don't
know
tell
Prof.
him.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm sorry.
You
I'm
tell
gonna.
him, you don't fund my airfare. I got no air ticket. Have to fly. Don't
No,
know
but it's
what.
amazing, and it also shows the sincerity. The fact that he didn't want
Yeah,
you to tell people. It
yeah.
shows his sincerity. He
Just
wanted to
keep
hide
quiet. Many
that.
years. I think for
Amazing,
5, 6 years. And
amazing,
also last year, just as recent as last year, he gave me some money for my air ticket and my allowance for my food, and housing. Yeah,
amazing, amazing.
but
Yeah.
don't tell him. Don't tell him. You tell him you don't fund me anymore. Okay. Then I cannot go. Then you have to fund me.
Okay. Prof. Tambaya has been on Teh Tarik with Walid as well, and
Yes, I
his.
heard.
Oh wow! So Zuni says that she's a Gilbertie now. Gilbertie, not a Swiftie
Oh,
anymore.
Gilbert.
I don't know whether she was a Swiftie before this, but it's a Gilbertie. But indeed, you have earned our love and respect.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank you.
much,
Yeah,
Gilbert.
welcome.
And yeah,
Welcome,
in our
Professor.
hundreds, we are all Gilberties. Uh,
Yeah,
I really appreciate everything that you do, and I really pray that you are safe. I really mean that.
yeah,
You are in our
I
prayers.
know.
I
Mm,
really hope that you will be safe,
mm,
and your your legacy will live on.
yeah,
Uh,
thank you.
I think it will go. I think you have shown what you said just now made me feel a bit ashamed as well.
Mm,
Why is it that in Singapore we always brag, like Singaporean population
mm,
always look down on our neighbors, right? We are more
mm.
educated. We say we are more educated, we are richer, and so on. But when it comes to humanitarian work, why is it that our
Yeah,
neighbors are way ahead of us,
yeah,
right? And
exactly.
that should be a point of shame for us. So
Yeah,
so thank you,
see,
Gilbert, for
yeah,
yeah.
you see, right, Professor. I think we can do more. We are small. We are 5 million. But we can do wonders. We have HDB, that built so many nice,
Yeah,
beautiful flats. Why can't we ask HDB, to build flats in Gaza for the rebuilding process? There's so many
let's do
nice,
that.
beautiful
Let's ask
hospitals.
for that. Let's
Yes,
ask, and I think yeah, once hopefully this ceasefire comes, there's gonna be a huge rebuilding effort needed. We can do
yes,
that. We have the
yes.
expertise, we have the resources.
With
Why
the
not?
expertise, with the resources, right? We can put 10 blocks by HDB within like less than a year.
Indeed,
We
we
can
can
build
do
nice
that quite easily.
hospitals. Yeah, why not? Why can't we do a Singapore hospital
That's a
in
great
Gaza?
idea.
Yes,
Great idea. Yeah.
and there's so many schools and colleges. We can build a Singapore school in Gaza. Why not? I don't see why we can't. No? Because we have the resources, we have the expertise. All we need is a mandate by the government, to say
Right.
let's do it, as a country to
Once
rebuild Gaza.
yeah,
Yes,
once the ceasefire happens, which hopefully is soon. Hopefully is
yes,
soon. So I
yes,
definitely just from this we've already gotten two ideas, right? One is we can do another airdrop, and this is in the
yeah,
immediate future. The other one
yes,
is of course once the
yes.
rebuilding efforts. I'm sure as a
Rebuilding
country we can do more than HDB, but at the
can
very
do
least
more.
we can do more
Yes,
than the housing. Yeah.
yes. Yes,
And
so it's hopefully the government listens to your program, Mr. Lawrence Wong.
I don't know whether
Maybe
Mr.
tomorrow
Lawrence
you go
Wong will
Istana.
listen. I don't know
Huh?
whether Mr. Lawrence Wong will listen, but I'm sure some government officials are listening.
Yeah, I'm sure
I, I
your
hope, I hope,
podcast
I
under
hope they are listening. I hope they
monitoring.
are listening, right? This,
Yeah,
because this is an important
but jokes aside,
issue.
I think we can do
Agreed,
more, right, Professor? We
agreed,
can do more.
agreed,
We
agreed.
are, richest country in the
Right.
world. We have the best talent, no? We
And
have this good number one, and that. I mean, we can do more. I'm
and
sure.
you have shown the way, I think, for that, because people always ask, oh, what can I do? One individual, but you have shown the way, like not only the moral courage, but to stay the course, right? The
Yes.
dedication to the cause, that is amazing. And as I said, it's great that you are not is it's good that this cause is fronted by you,
Thank you.
who's not a Muslim, right? Or at least hourly you're not a Muslim. I don't know, but
Oh my God! Have to declare my faith. I think the important message also is to tell Singaporeans that I think one man can change the world.
exactly,
One person, you
right,
can change the world. You
right,
don't. I
exactly.
think Singaporeans we lack the self belief.
Yeah,
We will say, no
yeah. We
lah, I
cannot do
cannot do it.
anything.
I
Yeah,
don't have a
yeah.
degree. I don't have professorship like Professor Walid. I don't have talent. I can't speak well. But hey, I'm not a graduate. No, you can see I can't speak well. But I think with determination, with a lot of courage and perseverance, one man, you can change the world.
I
We
think
can do something with our life.
I would disagree
Yeah.
with you on that point. I think you do speak well. Because you speak from
Oh,
the
thank
heart,
you.
and you speak from the heart, and I think it
Thank
reaches
you.
my
Thank
heart,
you.
and I'm sure the hearts of the audience as well. And
Thanks.
just there's this particular comment that the Gazans, the Palestinians, are teaching us a lot as well. Their
Yes.
perseverance,
Yes.
their courage. I'm sure you'll agree that we
I
are
agree.
all inspired by them to continue to advocate for this cause.
Yes. The Palestinians are strong, right? Very, very determined. Like, I visited some wounded Palestinians. There's this girl that I saw in the hospital. She came from Gaza to seek treatment in Cairo. But when she smiles, she's like, wow, so brilliant, so beautiful. No? But when you look at her legs, both her legs were gone. No? It was amputated. But she was smiling, I was tearing away, but she was smiling. She was like consoling me, comforting
Wow,
me. Then I
wow.
comfort her. She was so radiant. I don't know. The Palestinian people are strong, Singaporeans. They are disciplined. Right. They fight on. This girl, she lost both her legs, but she was smiling, shaking hands and telling me, it's okay, it's okay. So that really give me the boost
Right.
to go on helping them. Yeah, we've seen many of them in hospitals without legs, without arms, but they're smiling. They're not like very sad, no, very traumatized. Yeah, I think that blows my mind,
Agreed.
really. It really blows my mind.
Dr. Ang said the same thing as well. So the two of you have
Oh,
seen and met
wow.
so many
Yeah,
Palestinians. So I
yeah.
trust you. And
Oh,
I've met some Palestinians as well, not as many as the two of you, and I
yeah.
definitely concur. And I think that's the positive note that we need to end
Mm,
on, because it's very easy to get demotivated, demoralized.
mm.
But if the Palestinians haven't given up, then we have
Yeah,
absolutely no right to give
yeah,
up as
yeah.
well.
Well said, Professor. Yeah, we should support them. They need our help. But on their own, they're very strong, very determined, very friendly. But sometimes I feel they're meek, too meek that they are always been taken advantage of by the Israelites.
They're too nice.
Right? They're just
Yeah.
too nice. Yeah, I always say, wow, they are so nice, so polite, so giving. I think somehow,
Yeah.
they have been taken advantage of.
They're
But
very
this one,
generous people. Very
yeah,
generous, right? You know, the
yeah,
Palestinian hospitality, right? They have nothing and they
yeah,
will
yeah,
still
yeah,
give
yeah.
you, they will, yeah. It's
Yeah,
very,
yeah. They rather don't eat. They will give you their food.
yeah.
This is how I get to know them. I think maybe they are too nice. They are too meek, no? That they are often being taken advantage of. Yeah.
Yeah.
This what I feel of
But
them.
that generosity is, I think, what makes us love them. Mr.
Yeah,
Gilbert
yeah,
Goh,
yeah, yeah.
thank you
Thank
not
you.
only for tonight, but thank you for everything that you have done. And I think I am not
Welcome.
exaggerating when I see people like you. I do feel I'm proud to be Singaporean.
Yeah.
I do
Yes.
really, I do feel
Yes.
that. Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you so much.
Professor.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good night.
Thank you,
Bye bye.
Professor Walid. Thanks for the chat. Bye bye.
Bye
See you,
bye.
Singaporeans.
Bye bye.
Bye. Ciao.